Alright, I'm gonna make this video of these two hypocrites that's on the internet. And don't get me wrong, I watch them because, you know, you can learn something from everybody, even fools or hypocrites or frauds, wannabes. You know, all these things I put these two people in the category of. You know, they say some outlandish things. This right here has got to be the most outlandish, hypocritical, ignorant statements or subject matter that I've heard them talk about. This is Charleston White and Loom or whatever from It's Up Here podcast. I want y'all to tune in, listen to this, really listen to it, pay attention, and tell me what y'all think. Alright?
When I understood knowledge, the real power of knowledge.
Now, for sure. What do you think about, what's the white boy name? 1090J.
I hate him. I can't say this. There should be a call of action. To do something to him.
He be...
Alright, so, just to let y'all know, they talking about 1090 Jake. 1090 Jake is a podcaster that is known for presenting paperwork of the rappers that so-called street. He would get the paperwork and show that they snitched, if they snitch. They accuse him of some things that is false. But anyway, even with that, y'all can listen to what he's saying, what they saying, and I'll give you some more input and help y'all out a little bit, and so y'all can understand the correct narrative. But that's who 1090 Jake is. That's who they starting to talk about. He's big on the internet. Y'all tune in to him. Shout out 1090 Jake.
With some shit, though.
Well, why he don't say nothing about the Mexican cartel? They tell.
Yeah.
The plug tell on the he sell the dope to now.
Yeah.
There's plenty of paperwork.
First off, why he don't tell on the cartel? The cartel ain't out there. First off, that's a whole nother country. Why would we even speak about the Mexican cartel? Like, our president is bombing them. We ain't got to speak on them. We already know. And that's a whole nother country. We are, well, 1090 Jake speaks on rappers that so-called street. He's showing the kids that these dudes ain't really street like they say. They ain't standing on things. So don't follow them. That's why he speaks on them. Why even bring up the cartel? That's a whole nother country. Like, who? I ain't never heard Charleston White speak on the cartel. Never. Not once. So he's a hypocrite right there. Y'all listen some more.
Who been told on by the Mexican plug.
Yeah.
Why he won't get that paperwork? He know them cartel in Michigan, there's some consequences and repercussions. It ain't no consequences and repercussions.
First off, how in the hell you gonna go get some paperwork from Mexico on any cartel members? That ain't like down here where you could, you know, pay some money, get online, and get the motion discovery or the transcripts or whatever, court dockets from the courts on whoever you want to, because it's public. It's for the public, you know what I mean? public has the right to hear about their peers and what's going on around them in the society. But there ain't no way that 1090 Jake, American or whatever, in the United States can just petition the courts in Mexico about some multi-million-dollar, if not billionaire, drug cartel member. Come on, man. That's ignorant. That's why I'm saying this dude's ignorant. This is an ignorant statement. Why he don't do it then?
With the pigeon.
Yeah.
The pigeon don't have no defense. Anybody can with the pigeon.
So right.
The pigeon can fly, and we done seen video where the pigeon on the ground and a rat grab him.
Right.
How the is that? So it ain't no he with the pigeon.
Yeah.
But you mean to tell me I done said some things that warned some people, said, get you. You ain't never heard one say that.
He ain't never ever said anything about the drug cartel. Never. Never. He talks about people's babies, women, raping women and babies and all that stuff. That's what he talks about. And he did, somebody did run up on Charleston White and hit him in the head and put some knots and stuff on him. And he called the law and the police on him. A lot of people don't run up on Charleston White because they know everybody knows that he gonna call the police on him. He's a rat. So, of course, he's allowed to walk around some places, but there's a couple people that ran up on him though, but he ain't gonna tell that part. So yeah, he says some outlandish things, and he done got ran up on. And there are other people, like I said, he gonna call the police on. They ain't trying to go to jail. So, Charleston White, how about you talk about drug cartel? Go over to Mexico, speak on them, and see where it gets you. You ain't stupid. You ignorant, but you ain't stupid.
Get him. I made videos. I mean, I'm gonna get that. Oh my God, it's supposed to be some saying that about him, homie.
He getting away scot-free, and he interrupted some shit.
Now here you got Big Loon. He's supposedly this street dude that stands on principle and morals, but you can't talk about Young Thug. Charleston White tried to say something about Young Thug, and they got an argument and all that stuff, and he begged Charleston White to come back on the platform because he told Charleston White that you can't speak on Young Thug. So Charleston White said, well, I'm leaving then. He begged him to come back. So this supposedly street dude that stands on morals and principles and don't believe in snitching won't let Charleston White, that person right there, talk about somebody snitching when they snitched. But you stand on everything. And you mad at 1090 Jake because he's exposing these snitches. Something you supposed to hate. So, yeah, Loon, you're a fraud. You're a straight fraud, man. Sitting there, won't let nobody speak on people, rats that's getting exposed. You're a big fraud. I think you're a big rat. You're a big master splinter. Y'all listen to this, man. Listen to these frauds.
And not only that, he's not getting real court documented papers. He's gonna go get newspaper clippings. You know how
that's what I didn't like about the Larry Hoover shit.
Newspaper clippings are, homie.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
That's false. That's false. 1090 Jake has never presented paperwork that was fake, and he was trying to pass it off as official. Never. If he did a reaction video on newspaper articles that was printed and that is a bona fide source of material that people have produced he just read that or produced that on his platform. But that was it's already proven and been used before. You know what I'm saying? And it's authenticated. So there ain't nothing wrong with that. If he give you paperwork from courts, it is official, and he shows you that. So this is false. They lying. This is a false narrative.
I didn't like it. Then that nigga 80 years old or something. He old,
Come on,
man.
homie,
He
you
been
gonna
locked
kick,
up since the 70s.
homie, you gonna kick our elder?
Like, damn.
And then the man who he said snitched on come out and said, man, that man ain't snitched on me. And you gonna come out and discredit it. Homie, you gonna do our elders? Look, homie, you mean to tell ain't nobody gonna get him?
I don't like it, bro. I don't like it.
So Big Loon sitting there saying he don't like 10-9 Jake exposing a murderous killing of multiple people, leader of a national gang that has killed thousands, hundreds of thousands of people. He's exposing him as being a rat, showing these kids that even the biggest, they talking about Larry Hoover, the biggest don't stand on what he preaches. And that's Larry Hoover, the leader of the Hoovers. So if the biggest of one of the biggest gangs in America don't stand on the principles, y'all kids do not need to follow behind any gang or gang leaders because they frauds. So he sit there exposing these people. So what's wrong with that? They talking about they for the kids and all that, the culture. Why not expose these rats or these murderous people that, that's killing that's harming the community and all that, especially y'all's people, killing y'all people. That's what Charleston White always says. He talks about all the gang members. So what? Larry Hoover old. Guess what? The people he killed couldn't grow old, and the family of his victims had to grow old and mourn with broken hearts the rest of their lives as old people because he wants to kill and teach people to kill. So you know what? If he's a rat, expose him, and he needs to stay in prison the rest of his life. He needs to die in there for all the people he killed and led and brainwashed a lot of kids to do the same thing. So F Larry Hoover. He's a rat, big splinter. We don't care about Larry Hoover. He's just like the rest of them, a fraud.
Yeah. Man, somebody supposed to get him. Some young supposed to be willing to take this one for the team. We'll love you to death.
No. Who's supposed to get somebody is somebody supposed to get Charleston White for real. He talking about doing things to people's kids and their wives and all this, and how he killed white people and he never, he talks down on his own culture and F this and F the babies that got killed by little Ronnie baby and all this stuff. So he's one that somebody needs to do something to. Not 10-9 Jake for exposing. And you know what? The culture that stands on anything, they mad because he get props for showing that these dudes ain't really like that. They just mad. They hating. These are haters. They're frauds. They're ignorant. They just, and they weird.
And I can't say it like that, but we'll love you to death.
Yeah,
Your
man.
mama and everybody be well taken care of. You ain't gotta kill him. Damn, man. Shit.
The elder, though, the Larry
Man,
who
come
been
on,
locked up
homie.
50 years.
Ain't
We gonna
done,
put the
man.
snitch
Come on,
label
homie.
on it. They done 50 and 80 years.
Come on, homie.
Damn.
Come on, man. We gonna do that. Come on, homie.
And I'm a bona fide street. I done been told on. I ain't got no smut on my jacket. I'm looking at that like, come on,
Come
bro.
on,
The
white
old
boy.
man.
Oh, so he's saying he's a bona. See, kids, prime example. He's supposed to be a bona fide street dude that stands on being real and not ratting. But he's telling you that, you know what? It's okay to rat when you get old. If you rat, okay, once you do some time and you get old, it's okay. You can come on home. We okay with you. That's what he's saying. So I didn't know that when you rat, you automatically ain't a rat once you get old. I mean, so these gangsters out here, like Big U and all these gangsters, if they rat, they do 10 to 15 years when they come home. It's okay. That's what he's saying. Because they going to be old. They old already. So that's what he's saying. So he's a bona fide street dude. Well, he's a fraud because he's claiming to be a bona fide street dude. But, where I'm from, I don't care. Once you're a rat, you're going to die a rat. So he shows you right there he's a fraud. Big Loon, you're a fraud, boy. Ain't no way you going to talk about you ain't a rat once you get old if you tell. So the people that told on you, once they get old, it's okay, I guess, huh? Because they old now, right? It's okay? Or they ain't a rat no more, ain't it? Yeah, right. Exactly. That's what I thought. You probably a rat. I guarantee you're a rat. Shit, you like rats? You sitting up there talking to a rat, taking up for a rat. Loon, you're a rat. Loon the rat. How about that? It's Up There Cheese Podcast. Loon the rat.
Like, damn, bro. And then like you say, when you look over and it ain't a doing it,
but he ain't doing it to nobody but us. Now I can see if he played foul with everybody.
Yeah.
See,
he ain't doing nobody but y'all. But guess what? How many white rappers is out there that we know of that he could expose? How many? I don't know none. Eminem, and he retired. But I mean, I ain't never heard Eminem claiming to be no gangster, none. He just rap. So y'all tell what white rappers is out there for him to expose. Tell us, Charleston. Lou, tell us, rats. Y'all tell us, since y'all rats, y'all know the Rat Pack. Tell us what white rappers can he expose, and we'll call 10-9 Jake and tell him to expose them. Give us a name. Come on, give us a name, or give us a non-black rapper that claim to be gangster. And 6ix9ine, well, he got exposed. 10-9 Jake exposed him. He ain't black. He got exposed. So give us some names. Y'all can't give us no names. That's why he don't expose nobody else, because ain't nobody else doing it but y'all. Y'all the only culture that is big on snitching and being street and all that. All these other genres, rock, country and all that, man, they don't give a damn if you tell and all that stuff, and they don't want to be street. And if they is, they ain't talking about it. Y'all the ones bragging about it. Y'all bragging about killing people and all that, and staying in the street after you make millions of dollars and all that stuff, and so that's why you right, he do. Y'all the only one he exposes, because y'all the only culture that does it. Yes, and I listen to hip-hop and street music. I listen to it, but I listen to it for entertainment, not for the lifestyle, so I can go live the lifestyle. But I can relate to it because I grew up in the streets. But I know, watch First 48, 90%, if not 99.9% of people that go to the interrogation room rat. Because guess what? You wouldn't even go in the interrogation room if you wasn't a rat. Don't even go in there. If you go in there, it's because you're about to rat. Period. So Loon, rat lover, Charleston White, rat lover. What you stand on, you a rat. You know what I mean? And that's another thing. Big Loon sitting there, standing on top of he's street and all that, but he got this big rat up here on the podcast that talks down on his own culture and all that, and how he wanna call the law on them and everything, and wears police uniforms and everything, and he and doing things to kids and babies and all that. And he got him up here on the podcast. Charleston White violates everything the street culture stands for. He violated many times over. Big Loon got him up on here smiling and cheesing and siding with him. Y'all make me sick. Y'all rap.
It ain't nobody I ain't saying nothing bad about. Yeah. I'm foul with his mouth.
You ain't said nothing bad about El Chapo and El Chapo kids and went over to Mexico and they clubs and stand on that. You ain't did that. Yeah, you sure ain't did that. So why sit there and tell 1090 Jake to do the same thing? Boy, stop it, boy. You a big fraud. I ain't lying, boy. I hate y'all, boy, man. Y'all frauds, boy. Always want to try to put it on the white boy and everything when it's you. Your people is the ones that need to take accountability. Your people. Yeah. And I raised around you people. Sure enough. Got family of you people that I love very much. But guess what? They ain't sitting there. They ain't ignorant. They ain't talking about snitch this and snitch that and all that stuff. Matter of fact, if you do wrong, I don't believe in it, but they gonna call law on you, sure enough. Because they'll call law and tell on me, sure enough. But I respect that. Because they ain't want that street crap in their life. So that ain't important to us. That's only important to ignorant people like y'all.
He just got us. And he paid
Rappers
us.
and shit.
He just got us, homie.
Yeah.
And they done put him, now they rapping about him in songs. So they
They helping him.
They done helping him.
That's what made me think these niggas stupid. They slow and dumb. Like these stupid, man.
So they sitting there rapping about 1090 Jake. Well, what about you? You big dummy? You got Charleston White that promotes calling the police and telling on people. Promotes it. And you got him up on your podcast, Loon. The fake, the fraud. Boy, you're a fraud, Loon. You're a big fraud, boy. Yeah. So what 1090 Jake done that you ain't done? You big damn mop head looking fraud, rat, cheese eating, wanna be street gangster. You're a fraud, boy. Boy, shut up. Boy, shut your mouth. That's all I got to show y'all, man. These dudes make me sick. They make me sick with they damn ignorant statement and want to be what they not. Hypocritical, telling people to stand on this and that, and they ain't doing it themselves, and mad because somebody exposing rats, people that they supposedly hate, and they mad for people exposing them, but he's sitting up here with a rat that stands on being a rat and hates street dudes, and he's sitting there talking about he's a street dude and sit with the dude that most hate street dudes there is on the internet. Well, y'all made me sick, boy. Man, for all y'all that watch this, leave it in a comment. Tell me what you think. Be 100. Be honest about what you think. And whether you like 1090 Jake or not, or if you know of him, or you like Loon, the rat, or Charleston White, the rat, the well-known rat that stands on that. Let me know what y'all think of their narrative and how they you know, trying to hate on 1090 Jake, that's a white dude, podcaster, and supposedly doing the same thing, or exposing the ones that they, at least Loon, supposedly hates. But y'all let me know, and tell me what you think, and let me tell y'all something. I don't care about 1090 Jake. I don't know 1090 Jake. 1090 Jake can be purple, white, or whatever. I don't care. I'm just showing how hypocritical these two dudes is. You know, 1090 Jake might be a rat too, for all I know. I don't know. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? They all can tell. They ain't affecting me. You know what I mean? I ain't in the streets no more anyway. You know what I mean? So, shit, you do something wrong against me, I call the police too. Because I'm not doing no street crap. You know what I mean? But you know, don't sit there and say you doing this, but you ain't. Or that you hate this, but you don't. And bring somebody up here on your panel that's doing the same thing that Charleston White, doing the same thing. Charleston White doing the same thing you say you hate, Lou. So yeah, I can't stand these folks, man. Y'all let me know what you think, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. If you ain't subscribed, subscribe. My bad. I get mad. I start stuttering my words. Like the videos if you like it. If you don't like it. Share it if you would. But yeah, so that's all we got right now. This is True TV. I'm just trying to bring the light to the dark that I believe needs to be lit. This is the truth, and I'm out.